Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kenny Pittman. I am the owner of Rise Up Rent to Rent. You can find me on Facebook. If you like these videos, please press like and subscribe. It helps me out and pushes these videos a lot further to help other people. So today we're going to talk about why would a landlord accept your offer? Why would an estate agent accept your offer as well? So the way we work with rent to rent, it's like a triangle. You have the landlord at the top, you have the estate agent here, and you have us over here. So we are a guaranteed rent company. And you'll hear some landlords who are like, well, how can you guarantee rent? Nothing's guaranteed. It's just what it's called. Don't overthink it. Don't try and persuade your landlord that it is guaranteed. Nothing in life is guaranteed. It's just called guaranteed rent. It's as simple as that. So if you do get a landlord saying, well, how do you guarantee the rent? Just say, look, it's in the contract that if we don't pay the rent within 7 or 14 days, whichever's in the contract, you can take your property back without even taking us to court. So if that's in place, we have to pay the rent. And we wouldn't take this property on anyway if it wasn't going to profit us and work well with our business model. So ultimately, we want it to work. We're going to make it work. So the rent will be paid on time every time. Otherwise, we wouldn't be taking this property on. So the way the triangle works is we pay the rent and we manage tenants. The estate agent manage the maintenance reported by us, reported by our tenants who report it to us. We pass it on to the estate agent. Then they have their maintenance teams, send it all round to the house, get it fixed, invoice the landlord their share. Simple as that. And the landlord just kicks back, peace of mind, because he knows as a company, we have to pay rent. We're going to pay rent on time every time. So they've got peace of mind of that, and they've also got the peace of mind that the estate agent will be doing a good job at looking after the maintenance of the property, regular inspections, and our tenants will be heavily vetted. So in terms of the landlord's point of view, it's peace of mind, it's guaranteed income. The bills are paid, all of them, no matter what the market is doing. The council tax is paid. As a business, we don't have tenant rights, because we're not a tenant, we're a company, and companies don't have the same rights as tenants. So if I lose my job or the business goes bust, we still have to pay rent regardless. Still has to pay rent. Every landlord that I have worked with has been extremely happy with the service. Been a bit hesitant because as a new business from the very start, they accepted my offer because it was the best offer. I always go in with my absolute best offer straight away to save time negotiating. You know, it's a bit embarrassing as well if the landlord comes back and say, can I increase by £150? And you do. It just constantly in the back of the landlord's mind, they'll be thinking, how much higher could I have got? So as a new business, I always say beggars can't be choosers when it comes to rent to rent. Go in with your absolute best offer, which meets your minimum profit margins. I know it doesn't sound ideal, but at least it meets your profit margins and your business is making money. Once you've got 1 or 2 properties, you can use it as leverage to then work with other landlords and other estate agents, and then be a bit more fussy on how much you want to pay in rent. You want to make over £1,000 in profit, then you can reduce your rent because you've got leverage that your business is turning over. You've got other properties that you can showcase to landlords saying, look, this is what I took this property from to this. It looks incredible. Here's proof of guaranteed rent. You've just got more in your favor to negotiate a better deal. But when you're starting your rent-to-rent business, beggars can't be choosers. Keep that solid in the back of your mind because you just need to get on the property ladder. So don't go for the £8,000-9,000 profit deals. Just do exactly what I did, and I ensure you will become successful if you go in with your max offer, minimum profit margins, and just get business running. Another reason why a landlord would accept your offer is because it allows them to focus on what they actually want to do as a person, as an investor. You know, they bought that property as an investment. They don't want to spend time managing it. Hence why they work with estate agents. But estate agents have massive portfolios to manage. Some landlords just want their property looked after by one person, such as a company let. So it just enables peace of mind for the landlord to then go on and concentrate on, right, I'm making this much money from this property, I'm making this much money from this property every single month without fail. Now I've got this much money coming in as a portfolio. What can I invest in? So that's what they want to focus on. And having a company let as a tenant in their property enables them the peace of mind to go out and concentrate on building their portfolio as opposed to managing it. The benefit to the landlord is if you are providing a great service and you've built that relationship, if they're a portfolio owner, why would they go out and find another tenant when they have you? This is how you build on your rent-to-rent business. So you work with one landlord with one property. 6 months down the line, they can see the guaranteed rent coming in. Not that many emails landing in their inbox from issues. And why would they hesitate? They'd give you another property. So as eventually you might have 6 properties with one landlord. And that is true peace of mind for the landlord. Ultimately, from your point of view, you don't want all of your eggs in one basket. I would say spread your rent-to-rent portfolio out amongst many landlords and agents. You don't want all of your eggs in one basket because these contracts have break clauses and the landlords could take all of their properties back on the break clause. So do not put all of your eggs in one basket because you might have a portfolio of 10 properties and then 1 year, bang, straight back down to 0. So yeah, just be wary of that. A lot of people think the rent-to-rent market is oversaturated, and as a newbie, you think, oh, I stand no chance. There's so many established companies out there. Yes, there are, but as you get more established, you don't want to meet minimum profit margins. You want over £1,000 profit. So as a newbie, you come in and you make an offer £400 lower than my offer. The landlord is quite likely to accept your offer. This is exactly how I got started. I asked every single landlord, why did you accept my offer? Highest offer. That's all it come down to. It was the highest offer. It was the highest offer. All of them said it. All of them. So don't be put off by the market being so busy with rent-to-renters. There's a lot of people not taking the action required. There's a lot of established business going for higher profit margins. And as a newbie, you stand a good chance of, if you're consistent and you're constantly chucking offers and you're constantly going on viewings and chucking in offers of minimum profit margins for yourself, at least £600 profit per month, you're going to find a deal. Another benefit of working with landlords or of the landlord is working with you is if they're a developer, straight away, they don't have to worry about finding a tenant once this building is complete. Bang, you can take it on. Straight away. I took on a block of 3 and recently refurbished. I didn't take on the middle flat. I took on the top floor flat and the ground floor flat, recently refurbished, took them straight on as soon as they were ready. So the landlord didn't even have to worry about going out and finding a tenant. So you can do exactly this. Work with landlords who are developers, take on the buildings as soon as they're finished, take the pressure off of the landlord of worrying about finding tenants. Benefit of working with landlords, you can refurbish their properties. So if they have a rundown student HMO, let's say, and you've made your offer based on minimum profit margins, if you're the landlord, you're going to be looking at your offer and then an established rent-to-rent business offer who's, £400 less. You're going to offer a light refurb. You're £400 more. Yes, you're a new business. All right. You might have to pay 3 months rent up front. Sometimes. It's not always the case. I never did. I never paid rent up front. So you offer a light refurb and their property is a bit run down. So as a landlord, you're going to be thinking, okay, I'm going to get a free refurb. Got a great offer. Let's see how it goes. Let's give this new business the opportunity. And that's exactly what you provide as a service. I took on one HMO. It was in terrible, hideous condition. Gave it a really nice refurb, moved all 5 tenants in before I even finished. No, sorry, had 5 tenants lined up before I even finished the refurb. So that's another service you can provide to the landlord. Another reason why a landlord might work with you is you're willing to stand personal guarantor for your business. Not all people can do this, unfortunately, but it's just an extra level of security that you can offer for the landlord, that you're that confident that you can pay the rent, you're willing to stand guarantor. So most people, I get it, scared of standing guarantor for your own business. But if you don't have that much confidence in the business that you're about to embark on, that you don't want to stand guarantor, then don't stand guarantor. Just say, look, I'm not willing to put my children's house on the line for a business. I respect you. You probably want me to stand guarantor, but I'm not willing to put my own home on it. Would you put your own home on it? Just word it like this and just say, look, I am going to pay rent. I've done the due diligence behind it. I know I can fill these rooms. I've got people already messaging me about these rooms. I just need to take the property on, refurb it, and I can move these people in. And they'll all be heavily vetted, and you will get your rent without fail. So that's what I would say if I was talking about standing guarantor, is I'd be hesitant about doing it. And if it was going to be a deal breaker, then really analyze and crunch your numbers and make sure you can fill those rooms. Fill yourself with confidence, with spare room advert, people flooding in, messaging you for these rooms on your fake advert. Then just say to the landlord, look, here's proof. But if the landlord still wants you to stand guarantor, then that's down to you. That's down to you. It's nothing. I stood guarantor to get my business started for the first 3 properties. I had to. Beggars can't be choosers. Constantly need to keep that in the back of your mind. Another benefit for a landlord is you can offer to cover light maintenance. So we do not cover maintenance in terms of boilers, electric, plumbing, anything significant, anything to do with the structure, leaks in the roof, guttering, blocks in the drains not caused by food in the sink, anything that is to do with the house. So if you were to rent a 2-bed flat from a landlord in town, as a normal person, would you expect, if the boiler broke, to repair it? No, you wouldn't. So we're exactly the same. We're just a corporate tenant. So we don't cover maintenance in the slightest. If anything, if you want to offer a little sweetener to the deal, just say to the landlord, look, I can offer up to £100 per repair per month. So it's not rolling. If you don't have a repair in this month, it doesn't go to 200 next month. It's £100 per month just to take off the light maintenance and make it even more passive for the landlord. That's just some benefits of a landlord if they were to accept a company let for their property. Ultimately, it's peace of mind for them. There are some extremely wealthy landlords out there that even for them, taking a risk sometimes excites them, and giving an opportunity to someone who's young, ambitious, and a new business excites them, and they want to give you that opportunity. So keep that in the back of your mind as well. But ultimately, the one thing you need to keep in the back of your mind if you're starting a rent-to-rent business, whether it's service accommodation or HMO, is beggars can't be choosers. Go in with your minimum profit margins, negotiate as hard as you can, offer as much as you can, try and just do as much as you physically can in terms of offer light refurb, offer £100 maximum per month in terms of taking on the light maintenance, stand guarantor if you must, do all of these things just to get on the ladder. Once you're on the ladder, you can use these as leverage to get more, to not be as liable. So you won't need to stand guarantor, don't offer rent up front, don't offer the £100, but to start your business, you need to go in hard. Beggars can't be choosers. So I hope that helps. If you like these videos, like and subscribe. It really helps me out and pushes my videos out to a further audience. And I will see you guys on the next one.